Dear listeners, we are at the third strategy, where the devil had as objective to weigh down the Christians. He said, in order to weigh down the Christians, do not let the Christian accomplish their major duty, make them ordinary, do not let them pray, do not let them go to church, every day of their worship and meeting, that way they will become ordinary human being, for if they keep daily devotion they will powerful and unstoppable. The enemy said, I have a sensitizer that is here. I saw Satan inviting to the podium where he was a particular demon, and this demon curiously was identical to the Superman, the one we watch in the cinemas. Satan continued and said to the demon, it is you that I chose to visit the Christians at home. This demon is responsible for coming to visit the Christians at home, especially on the days of the service. He said to him, you must know their schedules 5 hours before their service, blow on them your bluish smoke. At that moment the demon blew the bluish smoke that came out of his mouth. Just after the meeting he was sent to the church before the service so that he would blow on the Christians. He comes from far away, he blows. Satan said, blow even on their vehicles, you will see how it will have car breakdowns, and how they will have heaviness, discomfort, sudden, and also feelings of going to relax at the time of the service. Lucifer said to the superhuman, you shall move from one Christian house to another and you shall blow your bluish smoke. As a result, there shall be procrastination. They shall be incapable of praying even if they set the clock. The same thing with Bible reading. They will have the feeling of doing something relaxing instead of going to church. The devil moved directly to the fourth strategy. I saw on his table there was a drawer. He took out a big mirror, and he did diabolical incantation prayer. As a result of the mysterious prayer the mirror cracked into several small pieces, and he gave every piece of the mirror to each of the demons and humans agent who were there. Here with my own eyes I saw the devil call out to the demons, the fetishist priest, the magician who were there in the meeting hall. He says, every time you want to launch an action against the follower of the just man, you must make sure that they are visible in our mirror. The Christian that live in sin can be traced in our system and become visible in our mirror. The sinful Christian always appeared in our mirror, so whenever you want to attack them make sure that you first spot them in the mirror that I give you. You must have all this mirror and you must reassure yourself before going to tempt someone. Reassure yourself that his face can be seen on our mirror, because the believer who has sinned his face appears in our system. We want to fight the follower of the man of light, but it is necessary that the face of the targeted believer appear in my mirror. It is an evidence that our target has sinned against his God. After a believer has sinned, his profile will appear in the mirror. You check in my mirror only to make sure that he has sinned, for whoever practices sins is visible in our system. Brother, when the demons come to fight us they come with all the details, they have all the information and they know that we have sinned. Sin is an open door and legality for them. When you don't live and sin there is no legality for them to attack and reach you as you are invisible in all their system. That is why we humans when we sin we hide from men but not from demons, because they have the mirror where those who live in sin appear. The devils continued to speak and say, the book of their law has branded me the prince of this world. If only one of these Christian affectionate himself with something worldly, his face will appear in my mirror, because he is still attached with the worldly items that belong to me. This is the call for separation from the world, for what is in the world is enmity against God. Satan continues his speech and says, certain attitudes, emotions and action that men and Christian manifest are part of my nature, like anger, pride, desires, lies and lust. These things are my nature, attribute and characters. The Christian who practice these things still have my nature in him. He will become our property automatically. He is ours, and he will be visible in our mirrors. You must tempt them with all the details. Beforehand you need to be sure before tempting them. You just have to check on your mirror if the believer is in the mirror. Then you know in advance that he already belongs to us and that he lives in sin, and he is in a state of weakness. Weakness that Christian manifest are the manifestation of my nature. Their weakness is the reflection of my nature, and this communicate with us. In the fifth strategy the enemy say we will use the dream. Let us take disposition to fight the follower of the just man in dreams. Firstly, let us cause the believers to do things that they have refused to do during the day in the dream. The things that they have refused during the day we will make them do it in the dream. It is at night that they will desire these things that they have refused during the day. We will impose ourselves over their will in the dream. Here they will find themselves doing it at night from their subconscious. And the devil explains, Christians refuse certain things in the day because their conscience reproached them. But we will go beyond their conscience in the subconscious. We will send them dreams and they will accept in the subconscious the things that they refused during the day, and their conscience becomes affected and corrupted. Brethren, it is only a life of fasting and prayer that will make our spirit stronger to oppose and resist suggestion in the dream. The devil said, secondly, let us connect Christians with our erotic entities, that they call themselves spiritual husband and spiritual wife of the night. Brother, we call them spiritual husband and wives, but for the satanic world they are erotic entities. Satan says, when the wife of the believer have sexual contact in the dream with our erotic entities, she will become frigid. This is our goal, a frigidity which is the consequence of regular sexual contact with spiritual husband and wife in the dream. That is to say, because of sexual dreams the physical partner will no longer feel and enjoy his wife or on the bed. When the physical man comes to sleep with his wife he does not feel anything because the woman has a spiritual husband, and the woman no longer needs a man, and if she is single she does not feel like getting married. It all starts with a sexual dream. The devil tell the audience, because of sex in the dream the whole world will wear the masks of ugliness and old age, all will become sexually impotent, the spouses will have conflicts in the marital home as a result of sex in the dream. It all starts with the dream, but the consequences follow in the physical. Sex in dream even defiles the marriage. Many marital conflicts are the consequence of an erotic dream that we had, with spiritual partner of the night, and now the sexual contact with spiritual husband and wife bring quarrel and conflict at home. The objective of the erotic entity is to cause separation of body between husband and wife, so that they will not have sex. These erotic entities are jealous. There will be distance between man and woman and the separation of body. The spiritual partner will cause you to turn your back to your physical part on the bed so that in the night he will come to sleep with you. Thirdly, the devil say, if you want the attack these Christians, you don't have to go with your presence. Therefore, you will transform yourself to cat, dog, wolf, serpent, owl, specter, soldier, and then attack them in the dream. That way they will not know that it is you, and they will not identify you because you are wearing mask. They will be dreaming that they are chased and bitten by dog and cat. When we return to earth on that day, the chief angel Michael told me, don't worry, and take note, the devil is little. If the devil think of attacking you and sending his angels in your dreams under the shape of animal like dragon, owl, reptile, remember that you were made in God's image, who is supposed to dominate the birds of the air, the fish of the sea and animal that move on the ground. You are made in God likeness to dominate over all these things. Just proclaim your superiority over all these beasts because they are little.